That's 10%? Okay, okay. Not bad.
That's 10% too much.
What up, it's your boy Sky. Welcome to another episode of Sippin With Sky. And this episode, oh man, it's gonna be good. I got one of my great friends, an 805 legend in the building today, and we about to take you on a food tour and a drinking tour. So, I gotta introduce one of my great friends, Jay Scratch, baby.
Ooh.
What's up, baby?
Ready to eat?
I know you are.
Ready to grub.
I know you be fasting.
Pizza, 20 hours, let's go.
20 hours?
Let's go.
Come on, man, we need to feed this
now,
guy.
Today.
Let's go, let's go, let's get it. Yo, Jay, man, I'm excited, bro. This has been a long time coming.
What, to eat pizza? I'm starving, bro. It's been a long time to eat some pizza.
Bro, you know, we gotta do our top 3 pizza spots. What, Fluid State, Toppers, and Tony's.
Well, we can go to Fluid first.
Done,
And
bro.
then Tony's down the street.
And then we hit Toppers at the end.
Close
Sounds like
it
a
out.
game plan, baby.
Okay. I'm not too faded by the third pizza spot. See, I like Fluid State though. I think out of all the 3, that's like the classiest one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just got a different vibe. Nothing on the other 2.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think if I was gonna take a first date and she wanted pizza,
Yeah.
probably be Fluid State.
Yeah, and also the fact that they got a really dope bar, right? So
Right,
you,
right.
You can get some cocktails.
And then
you
Main
get
Street's right
margaritas.
there, you walk around, hit a movie,
Yeah.
you know.
How is it that Jay Scratch has been relevant for so long, brother? How do you do it?
Let me see. I always tell when younger people come up to me and ask me that, I just say, well, first of all, you gotta love people. Then you gotta love your job, but you gotta love people first. If people aren't really your thing, then I never thought, you know, anybody could be cut out of anything. Just like your business, right? How you gonna sell anything if you don't enjoy people, you know? So I've always been kind of a people person, even as a child. My mom used to say things like, oh, you could stick my son on a desert island, leave him there for like 2 days. He'll come back and he'd be with the natives all painted up. He'd get along with anybody. So that's been kind of my thing. I used to go to a lot of clubs when I was younger and just try to see what's popping off. I mean, things have changed a little bit with the newer generation from what I've seen in my own experience, like going to the clubs. They're kind of just like, most of them are on the dance floor on their phones. They're not even like dancing.
Wow.
They're just on their phone. So I was talking to a buddy of mine, a DJ, that's relevant with the younger crowd, and he goes, yeah, if you're not just playing like hit after hit after hit, they won't even dance. It's gotta be a hit. Where versus back in the day, you know, Snoop Dogg, okay? I could play like an album cut, but people still dug it and they kept the floor packed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on the radio, right? But now it's like things have changed. Since the old school has made a complete turnaround, it's kept me relevant for this decade. So I'm going into like 4 decades of doing this.
Crazy. 40
Yes,
damn years, bro.
40 years. So this time around, I'm back where I started from. So I started playing, you know, Rick James and Prince and Michael. Now it's ended like that, but I still play 90s stuff. You know, Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac, 112, Wu-Tang, you know, things like that. Snoop Dogg, DJ Quick. You just gotta be on top of it, man. This DJ game is rough. If you're gonna make a living off of it, I mean, there's no, you know, your own retirement. You know, there's a lot of things going on with that if you want to keep doing that.
Talking about retirement, I heard you got a little 401k.
Oh,
plan
no.
From the
zoo.
The spearmint
from the
plan,
zoo.
bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that true?
well, now you can turn your 401ks into pensions.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that.
No.
If you've had your 401k long enough, you can turn it into a pension.
Okay.
You can gain more off of that, you know? So, you know, I had to. I mean, I've been there so long, but, you know,
How many years have you been there now?
at the station or at the Gentlemen's Club?
At the Gentlemen's Club.
Since '94. It's 57-year-old Jay Scratch in there. It's not 27-year-old Jay Scratch in there, you know? And working there is a little different. I always used to say, people used to think, oh, you work at the Gentlemen's Club, oh man, all these girls. I go, bro, let me tell you something about that working at a Gentlemen's Club. it's like having 18 girlfriends in one room.
Sounds like drama.
It's a headache. So imagine babysitting, 20 Cardi B's.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You get my money, they're a little more disrespectful than they were back in the day, but once you tell them, hey man, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Been an eye opener. I mean, I see a lot of the younger girls kind of just probably telling me more than they would normally because I'm the oldest one there, So I try to give the best advice as possible. I'm not a father, but I think I've been and seen enough shit that most fathers have to be a good father.
Yeah.
And I didn't really realize how good of a father I would have been till recently, honest with you. I never wanted kids, get married because I was in the streets.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was fair. But now after having my nephew live with me and having my younger nephews open up to me and give them advice, now I'm like, damn, man, I would have been pretty dope. But everybody's like, dope. Nobody said you wouldn't have been a great father.
Yeah.
You just took responsibility and said, I'm in the streets and I can't.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. So now I'm like, damn, but I can't have no kids at 57, bro. I mean, you can, I know. I mean, look at Al Pacino, 87, Robert De Niro. They're like baby mamas is like 28, 38 years old, bro. I'm like, but I'm not Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. I don't have that money either. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, that's a good interruption right there.
Oh,
Single
man.
time.
We've got a couple of slices here. So
What's going on?
right here, we've got the Dr. Steve Brule.
Okay.
So what that is, it's our Dr. Pepperoni. It's another doctor. We've got ricotta here in the middle, and we've got fresh. We make our own hot honey. So we put that on top, and then a little basil. And this is the Italian massage. Basically, it's like our combination. We make the sausage, we confit the garlic, and we put little bell peppers and red onion and all that kind of stuff.
All that kind of
This is
stuff.
one of our most popular ones.
Okay.
This is real spicy Burmese sauce. It's pickled habaneros and garlic. And we make it into a salsa. And then this is roasted garlic oil with chilies.
Love it.
So-
Love it. I want to take there's a lot of youngsters out there that hear about you, know about you, but they don't really know about you. There's some, you've worked with some of the most talented people and had opportunities that people would die for.
Yeah. It's funny you said that because I just told somebody, you don't know how much a part of history you are till 30 years down the line, Then even I sit back and go, wow, that's pretty incredible. So it's been wild, man. It's been incredible. And like I said, even at my highlight of my career when I DJ, for Janet Jackson and the Pinkets and the Smiths and the list goes on and on. I knew the impact of it, but I didn't even realize that till way later, So it's more consistency, but I was already kind of ahead of my time when I started, and it's just, now it's a little bit harder because everybody DJs. Back then, there wasn't so many of us, but it's still consistency.
Bro, that was some bomb ass pizza.
Oh my God, bro.
Yo, hey, I know it's been 20 hours since you ate, so we got to go get some more pizza. So,
Tony's.
Yeah, let's do it.
Shaved ice too, man. There's shaved
Say
ice.
less.
Ice cream. Oh,
We're going to Tony's. We got to say bye to our boy. Yo, Aaron.
damn,
Yes,
bro.
Thank you so much for coming.
I got to get them 10,000 steps in today. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. That was great.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
All right.
us.
Have a good
Food's
evening.
amazing as always.
Thank you so
I
much.
And that
appreciate it.
prickly pear margarita, man.
Oh yeah, that's the bone, right?
Flyer.
This is money. Thank you again,
Awesome,
bro.
man.
Absolutely.
Down to
See you
summer.
soon.
Thanks for coming.
We go Tony's next, baby. Let's go.
Shaved ice. We need some shaved ice.
Cheers, brother.
Get this drink.
Let's get it.
Margarita in a can, huh?
Cheers. Cheers, bro. That's 10%? Okay. Not bad.
That's 10% too much. So have you had their pizza here?
Oh, man. I
Yeah,
love
it's
the
bomb.
pizza.
Yeah,
This
it's
is one of
bomb.
one of my top 3 favorite
Yeah,
spots in Ventura
definitely.
County.
Nice and greasy, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this place.
Hey, by the way, weren't you DJing here?
Yeah, I was here
Show?
Sunday. Actually, I was doing Sundays here through the summer, but last Sunday was my last one till next year.
Okay.
Yeah. I've known Bruce for God, bro, that guy, I've known that guy since I was like 15.
Wow.
Yeah, Bruce was a DJ, still is.
Yep.
Not was. He was the official DJ for Dick Clark's American Music Awards after party.
Oh.
And he just blew up. Great guy, professional. And he still does. He does weddings, you know, all the time. And then I met Bruce when I was about 15, 16. Janet Jackson had a party at Skating Plus where she came, and I was DJing, and that's when I met Bruce.
So you're DJing for Janet Jackson?
No, I was DJing. Yeah, I was DJing because she was coming to the skating rink. So they had me play there. But I didn't really get familiar with Janet till maybe a couple years later. I started doing this club in LA, and her old boyfriend of hers, because I hate using the word ex. Yeah. An old boyfriend of hers was friends with my buddy, who choreographed 90% of the Rhythm Nation tour, who is Anthony Bam Bam Thomas. I gotta give him his props. And that's how I knew Renee, who was Janet's old boyfriend. And they used to go to a club in LA called the Tapestry. And they used to bring Janet in, and this already I met her, and Janet used to sit right next to me while I was DJing, bro. But everybody would come to that club. The bar, Soul Train dancers, I think, God, anybody that was anybody like in the early 90s. So the club was just crazy. And that's where I actually met Bobby DeBarge, which is Elle's oldest brother. And she would just sit there. Thursday night, she'd go, hey, Janet's coming up. And Renee would just be like there, and she'd be like going, that's bad. You know, she's real subtle. You know, she just nod her head, kind of look. And yeah, man, it was crazy because I'm like going, oh God, Janet Jackson. Yeah, bro. I'm like,
trying to keep it cool.
Man, remember, this is when she came out with Control.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, bro, you know, she was at the peak of peaks. Yeah. And yeah, we just became, you know, subtly familiar. And then she called on my cell phone. My boy Sonny was there. And I said, oh, what's up, Jen? She goes, hey, I want you to know if you can do my birthday party. No, it was Renee's birthday party. And I did it on a yacht, 4-story yacht, Marina Del Rey.
Damn!
Yeah, that was incredible.
What an experience.
Yeah, that definitely did that. She was still coming to the club. And then she called me to do, what album was that? The one that had That's the Way Love Goes.
Okay.
Did that album release party, Off the Hook. It was just whatever you would think Janet Jackson would have there. And then, yeah, that was definitely an awesome time. But Bruce had worked the skating rink in our local area, Ventura, the skating rink. And that's how him and I became familiar. And I always had so much respect for him. I mean, man, bro, you're doing the American Music Awards.
That's awesome.
It doesn't get any better than that, you know? And Bruce took over this pizza place after his dad passed away. And then he called me up, hey, you want to come rock a couple of Sundays? It was fun, man. Played all old school. And,
that's awesome.
You know, pizza's bomb.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have pizza till I worked here.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had this.
You never hated pizza?
I never had it till I worked here.
Oh, wow.
Bro, you want some pizza? I'm like, yeah, I never had it. He goes, what? I go, bro, I never even been here. This is my first time. I'm working.
Wow.
He goes, Jay. I go, man, bro, I'm everywhere. So I had him like, oh, hell no. So imagine, I was here every Sunday for like 2 months, and then I was doing every other. My God, bro, I gained so much weight. I was having like 6, 7, 8 slices. Remember, I was here from 2:30 to 8 p.m.
And it rocks here. Like,
oh, it's reggae, old school bands. Oh, he did an incredible job, laid the cement out.
Yeah, especially with this whole new look and vibe, this energy.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is it's a small little hut right there.
Yeah.
That's making
but
all this
he's
pizza.
dope. But he's good
the pizza is
Remember I was telling you about your jobs? You gotta love people and love your job. Absolutely. Bruce loves people.
He loves people.
And he loves his job. Yeah. You know, so look, there it is, you know? Took it over and...
He was actually spinning, because he does the Casa Pacifica event too.
Oh, he does?
And he also DJs it. And he's so good on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is just like...
Oh, yeah, he's incredible.
Natural.
Very, very like, you know, me, I'm like, y'all want to party? Let's go, let's go. I mean, when I'm on the radio, I can't act like that. But when I'm at the club, it's a different kind of,
Oh, Big J bringing it through.
All right, my brother. Thank you, man.
Hey, yeah, we want to know the secret recipe. Why is your pizza so good?
And he said, I can't give that up. I want my job.
Yeah. This is a great hangover pizza right here, huh?
Rest.
Oh. It's so different than food staples. Still, yet so good. That's what I love. It's like both of these pizzas are delicious. But
They're got their own flavor.
own flavor, their own way. That's beautiful. I mean, I almost like look at this and I think of like almost like a New York style.
Yeah,
Pizza,
definitely.
right? So we're at Casa Pacifica Food and Wine Festival, and we just launched Happy Place Eatery, the food truck, right?
Okay.
So we just launched it, and they're like, "You guys want to be in the culinary competition?" We're like, "Sure." So then we literally made food for the judges, and Bruce Barrios, right, the owner here, was there like doing his thing on the mic and everything, and then all of a sudden they started announcing the winners. We just opened the food truck. 30 days in, less than 30 days. We get there, put our burger in, and we get top 3 out of the whole culinary competition.
Food is bomb, bro. That smash burger.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, I eat that. I want to eat for a week.
If we look back at your career,
Okay.
and we look at all the amazing people that have influenced you in your music career, who would you say are your top 3 people that influenced you in your music career, in DJing, MC?
Oh, definitely. Grandmaster Flash, Who Heart, and HT. Those are the pioneers. HT is from here, Howard Thomas, but he was the first, they call him the first generation of West Coast DJs. First generation, so he was one of them. So
you guys were pretty tight too, right?
yeah, well, he's the one that took me under my wing. He had a radio station out here in 78. Once a week, it was a hip hop station. Now, mind you, I was in Culver City when I was younger, and then I moved to Antelope Valley. I started finding more about hip hop. When I moved to Antelope Valley, a lot of the kids, some of the kids were from New York. So, you know, that's the birthplace for hip hop. Start hearing more. I think I fell in love. Let me see, Rappers is Alive. Came out about 78.
Sugar Hill Gang.
I think that's when I fell in love with hip hop. So I was already knowing about it, but it kind of song took me over the edge, you know? And then, yeah, those are the 3. But there's obviously more, but those were the first 3 that I saw and heard of that inspired me to want to do it. Joey Ortiz, that's his name. I just talked to him like a couple weeks ago. He was like one of the pillars to get me, you know, to take me to LA and see top-notch guy. That's why I was ahead of myself when I started DJing, because, bro, I'm 15 years old in LA, watching first-generation DJs.
Sick.
I'm talking about, you know, Bobcat, I'm watching Egyptian Lover. These are all, Ice-T, before he became popular. You know, he just started off. He had a song called The Beach, Cold as Ice, 6 in the morning. You know, he wasn't even like, well, he was the first actual gangster rapper.
Yeah.
You know, he before NWA, but you know, this is the beginning of it all. And then I just like going, man, what the hell? And Ice used to wear all these metal things. If you see his old thing, I said, man, I'm gonna go get those. So when I went to Prime Cuts, hey man, what's that metal stuff that the DJs wear? And the guy goes, oh, it's down, it's da. Bro, next DJ gig, I had my sleeves and spikes. I had the cross thing and spikes, bro. My hand spiked, just like Ice-T with big old goggles.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. People are like,
you didn't just play the part, you looked the part too, baby.
yeah, I was up there getting it. So
it's crazy. And the fact that you were doing this at such a young age, right? And fast forward, you've been able to work with so many amazing artists. You built relationships with so many huge artists.
yeah.
Share with me your top 5 moments, experiences that you've had with any of the artists that you've worked with.
Well, definitely Janet Jackson's one of them.
And why, like that's the first one you threw out there. What was it about Janet?
You know, I was always a big Michael fan. And I have been following Janet since she was on Good Times.
Okay.
You know, a lot of Good Times, a lot of Sanford and Son in my house, a lot of soul. This is another story. So my mom was a big civil rights activist in the 60s and 70s with the Black Panthers and Brown Berets and stuff like that. Just real quick, because I was so proud of her. So you remember the Guardian Angels, right? How they started in New York? Mm-hmm. You know, my mom already had that popping in 1968 in Venice.
Heard.
I put that picture up of her.
Yeah.
She out there as a kid, 19 years old, with like 4 brothers and a one black girl, and my mom patrolling the streets and shit, trying to protect people from getting jacked up. Yeah, bro. People are like, damn. So you gotta understand the kind of background I've had, you know? So growing up with Janet and Michael, and then actually working with her, and she was at her peak, that was just a highlight because I was so relatable with her as a child. You know, her being in Good Times, you know? And everybody had a crush on Janet, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, and I was a boy, so I never got, I shouldn't say starstruck, it was just overwhelming for me. Like, I never was like, oh shit, I'm just big, you know, I was like, damn, I go, I respect you so much. That was my thing, you know? And I think that's definitely one. My second one, it's probably been recently because I've always been a follower and a big influencer with their music, the Barges. Mm-hmm. And me and Elle and you know, and Bunny, his sister, you know, I talk to them probably more than most people, but that's always been a real highlight. These artists that I came around full circle to interview, Vanguard, definitely a highlight. DJing that club was the biggest club in Hollywood. I'm talking about thousands of people, you know, and that was during the AM era. DJ AM, God rest his soul. That's another highlight of mine, to DJ open up for him in Hollywood. And he was just such a great guy, man. But he was such a dope DJ. I mean, DJ AM got $1 million contract a year to play at Pure in Vegas. First DJ. So what, we're talking about $18,000 every Friday night? So to DJ for him, I think I was more nervous. I knew he's a great guy, but just to open up for him, you know? And I know he had been through it already. He already had that plane that crashed when he caught on fire, him and Travis, the drummer. Mm-hmm. But I forgot the gentleman's name at the time. Yeah, because I'm not a big rock guy. Mm-hmm. We're newer rock. I know my classic stuff, but just to touch somebody like that, that's a great DJ, that's humble, and that's been to hell and back, it's different. Yeah. Howard's a highlight, Vanguard's a highlight. Baja Rain was definitely an eye opener. I mean, I had such a great time.
See, the thing is a lot of people, if they really understand, you flew from here all the way from Cali to Baja Rain, which in of itself is what, like a 20-hour flight?
Yeah, bro. I thought going to Australia was far. No.
So how was that whole experience? Like, dive us into Baja Rain and what made it so interesting. What opened your eyes? How was the experience? How the hell did you even get the booking?
Well, I got the booking because I was on Periscope, which was owned by Twitter. You can stream live, but they were having problems, I think, with the licensing of DJs. That's why on Instagram, you play music, they shut you down. Because when it comes to licensing with ASCAP and BMI, they charge you for how many people are listening. Yeah. Imagine how many people are listening on Instagram. They're not paying that bill.
All right, hold on, we're gonna skip this. I want to get straight into Baja Rain.
Yeah.
How much time
okay. Right now? So when I got hit on Baja Rain, guys saw me streaming live. I was doing this mix with Evelyn King. Bro, I want you to come down Baja Rain and DJ. Talk to the Baker boys. I talked to Nick. No, he's legit. Man, in 2-3 weeks, a good friend of ours, Rico, Jaime, he booked it. He got the booking. He was my booking agent. Booked it. I'm over there, bro, a whole week looking at sheiks. All right, don't stare. In the elevator with these sheiks, bro, I'm like going, oh, hell. But it was just fun. It was just fun. It was crazy fun. And
you wouldn't think of like Iraq as a place to, like, they have big parties. And
no, bro, they party. Yeah, because we have a naval base on there. So overseas guys and military, they party, bro. They get lit. Overseas, from what my experience, I'm like, man, these guys don't play around. Met great people. Sat with some billionaire guy. You know, he wasn't in his chic outfit, but they told me like he's a prince of somewhere in Iraq. I guess there's a bridge, a 100-foot bridge that connects Iraq to Iraq. And they just partied, bro. I had a great time, but the sleep schedule was just, you know, but it was great. Women, pretty women, drinking, slept. I don't know if I really slept because the time changes like night and day. But to be there and come back and go, oh man, I was in Baja Lane. Who's gonna say that? And who's gonna say that in my hood? I mean, there's DJs that travel that are in their hood that even the young generation don't know about. You know, it's Kid Spin. There's just all these great DJs that came out of here. Still Will, just fabulous DJs. But here's a problem when you're local. Your mind stays local. No, bro, you gotta go. You gotta go. And that was, you gotta go, man. It's different. It's different. You know, and when you open up as a person, your career, your talent opens up.
Absolutely.
Okay, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you know what? I want to get more into this because I think this is fucking special.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? But what we need to do is we need to roll
next joint.
to our
next joint.
Spot. So what would be our other third top pizza spot?
It's like top 40, but Toppers is the bomb.
Toppers is absolutely.
You gotta do Toppers.
You can't say Toppers.
You don't go wrong
without mentioning 805 without Toppers.
No.
So we gonna head over to Toppers Pizza.
They got alcohol there?
Hell yeah, they got alcohol.
I know, because I'm not a big drinker. That's why I'm already buzzed.
Hey, we're gonna take you to the one that they have right here. The son, Kerry, who was on last episode, actually opened a brewery right next door. So we're gonna drink some of his beer and we're gonna eat some bomb pizza.
Yeah, we'll head out.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Ooh, what you got, baby?
Orange creamsicle. This is so because this place only does beer and wine. They wanted to create like a cocktail-like drink. So this is like a slushy mix with their beer, and they age it in tequila barrels. So let's give this a shot, bro.
I'm ready.
That's bomb. Mix that up a little bit.
That's too good.
So last we left off over at Tony's. Now that we're at Toppers, we got to finish your top 5.
Okay.
Right. So what was the 5th?
Would have to be Uncle Jam's Army.
Okay.
So Uncle Jam's Army started in the early 70s. They were the first generation of West Coast DJs. And my mentor, HT, was friends with Roger Clayton and Edwin Vulch, who were the creators and founders of Uncle Jam's Army. Edwin was the financial backup when they had their events at the sports arena. And Roger Clayton was the guy that put the group together. So HT was connected with both of them. So he was like, yo man, if you want to play with Uncle Jam's, you got to step your game up and I can get you in there. Now mind you, it's all, you know, brothers in there. Ain't nobody looking pasty or white or nothing like that. Nobody.
And especially back then, you also had some redheads.
Yeah, I had red and freckles.
you definitely was
so they was like, man, you better kill that shit. So, you know, I got in, DJ'd, you know, great guys. It was an honor. Played at World on Wheels in Compton a couple of times. And then, yeah, that was definitely one of the top 5. Playing with those guys. Joe Cooley, Gemini. I mean, the list goes, DJ Pooh, who produced a lot of Ice Cube tracks. He actually produced Friday, the first one with Q. Remember when they snatched the guy's chain? Yeah, that's Pooh.
Yo, talking about Ice Cube, I know Ice Cube wasn't part of NWA at the time, but didn't you have this, weren't you on an album with NWA back then?
No, I wasn't. No, what it was is I was on a compilation album with NWA, but the main song was the West Coast All-Stars were all in the same gang, which was to help, you know, cool out gang violence. Michael Concepcion was the guy that I was signed with, And that gentleman is the one that had the record deal with Warner Brothers, and I was on that compilation album. But I went under the name Pressure because there was already a King Scratch that was on there. So conflict of interest, I said, yeah, I'm not tripping on it. Which probably now I would have been like, nah, but I wasn't stressing that at the time. So that album had Hammer, NWA Without Q, Easy, Ren, Oaktown 357, Digital Underground, King T.
Wow, those are some.
Yeah, it was heavy hitters. So we filmed that. I was at the video shoot. They filmed the main song. Dre produced it. It was at Nickerson Gardens and Waza Projects, which was definitely, an eye opener. There, I was like, "Woo, this is."
I'm here.
Def Jeff was on that. These are just great rappers, and yeah, man, was on that album. It was an experience, to see these guys go to work, and so that's up in the 5, man. I don't know. Hey, we have to put 6, and then that's it. Mark it 6. So being on that album, first, person to be on a major label in Ventura County, and first DJ to ever play with Uncle Jam's Army in Ventura County. When it came to Ventura County, I put Ventura County on the map when I went to LA because nobody was killing shit in LA from out here. HT was in the mix with Uncle Jam's Army. He knew them, but I was actually the first person to play with them, to fuck with them. So, shouts out to Joe Cooley, Rodney O. So people didn't even know what the fuck Oxnard was back in the 80s. Where? And you kind of had to explain it. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna take credit for that.
Hell yeah, you should.
I took credit. I was the first one to put anything on the map when it came to Oxnard as far as DJing. People didn't even know what Oxnard was. I'm out there in 83, 84 playing in, LA with the Egyptian Lover and all these great ass DJs. They was like, Oxnard? I was like, yeah, man. But now Oxnard's blown up. You got Anderson .Paak. You got all these great boxers. They call it Boxnard. Yep. But in 83, 82, ain't nobody knew what the fuck Oxnard was. Right when I got signed, HT took me under his wing.
Just 18, right? That was even
17.
under 18.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Just took off, bro. Wow. Radio, clubs. I'm in the nightclub, 17 years old, about to turn 18. The summer, that summer, I just turned 17. So I'm fucking up in school. They don't know I'm DJing in a 21 over club. I'm sleeping in the bushes. Shouts out to Miss Alba, who passed away. That's my man Robbie's mom. She was a yard dog, and she would be like, she thought I was on drugs. She's like, well, what's up? And I was like, oh, nothing. But right when I was graduating is when the school started catching drift that I was in the club DJing. Because you gotta remember, these people are already graduated.
Yeah.
And they graduated when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
So I'm in the club, they're like,
what is he doing here?
what you doing here, John? I started DJing. So by the time I got back to the school, I already, flunked my SAT test like 6 times. I couldn't pass it with the life of me. I actually basically cheated on that. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I cheated on my SAT. What are you gonna do about it now? Take my diploma away? Ain't shit I learned in high school that had to do other than math and counting beats. But yeah, man. And I started real young. Then as I, got things progressed, I was just like, man, is this what I'm gonna do all my life? Because there's a lot of sacrifices, man. You can't have no kids. I mean, you can, but who's gonna be home for that, bro?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be home for that. I'm still not home. I'm still not home, bro.
I mean, between all the gigs you have and all the weddings and all the special events that you do.
Yeah. It was just, it's just been a blessing, and I just stayed consistent.
Hey, I mean, you were 15 years old.
Yeah.
Walking shit out in LA.
Man, this was it. HT said, you just got it. You have it. You got what it takes. For my parents, here's an interesting story. So you gotta remember, they want me in the nightclub at 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Thank you, bro. I gotta get permission. So when I won that battle of the DJs that HT judged, I didn't see him out there. So I won the battle, but I didn't see HT. So backtracking a little bit, because that's a big deal. He was like, yo man, how old are you, bro? I said, oh, just turned 17. He goes, you're 16? I said, yeah, and he goes, who are your parents? And I started telling him, he goes, can I talk to them? You think they get mad because, man, we can do something with you? You know, we're in the parking lot, manager want. I said, yeah. So I don't think my grandparents, because they're old school, you know, they're from Mexico. They born 1910, 1912. You know, I don't think they really had a concept what I was getting into. You know, because I was already DJing little house parties in my room.
Yeah.
But I don't think they knew the extent of me being in a 21 and over club. So HT comes over with a guy named Gilbert Garcia. And I told my grandpa, hey grandpa, here's the deal. My grandpa was strict. All right, well, have him come over, we'll talk. So they're talking to my grandfather. My grandfather's not even looking at H, man. He's just looking straight ahead, and H is over there. And he's like, mijo, we really have plans for you going to college. You don't want to go to college, huh? I can't, you don't have ADHD. It's very hard for me, man, to focus in school. So when you have ADHD, and I'm talking to kids and parents that have, you gotta find their niche.
Yep.
You gotta find their niche. Don't give up on them. I was just fortunate enough to find my niche.
Early.
When you got a kid and your kid got ADHD, man, you gotta start looking for what is gonna grab their attention, because if you don't, it's gonna become a disaster.
Yep.
So, my parents knew I had it, my grandparents. And they was like, okay. And he's not looking at age, he's looking at me, okay, can let him do that. He goes, but here's the deal though. The minute I see drugs or alcohol, we're gonna debunk all that, and that career is over, and he's gonna be a gardener. So that's why I didn't drink till I was 35, because that's how important my career was.
That's awesome.
Remember, bro, I'm getting up out of my bed, turning my turntables on an hour before school.
That's crazy. I love it.
Playing hip hop and shit.
That's awesome.
In 82, you know?
This pizza spot, Toppers, has got so many damn records on Keep Winning. It's one of the best pizza spots.
Oh, they do, huh?
It's like
I love this place.
So good. This is more like California style pizza. Yo, we gotta hook up our man, Nick Brush. Gotta get you some pizza too, bro.
It's so funny how all these pizza places have their own style.
Hey, so if anybody wants to have a career in music in general, not just DJing, right? Not just DJing.
Right.
I'm talking
just
music, because the thing is your knowledge is more than just DJing. You've been around.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Yes.
You've seen it
all. Right.
I mean,
more than I wanted to. No, seriously. You know what I mean?
So after you looking at all this, and we're to say, hey, I want you to drop some golden nuggets of advice for someone who wants to be in the music or entertainment industry. What are some nuggets that you can drop that really let people know, like, shit, like this is what you need to do to be successful in this industry?
I said, man, you gotta love it more than you're gonna love a woman.
Holy shit, that's a good one. You gotta love it more than a woman. Because, you know, sexual desire is one of the biggest desires.
That gotta be broke.
A man has.
When I was growing up, I was more worried about somebody getting pregnant and my career ending than anything else. Wow. I would say, look, man, be consistent, be passionate, and make sure this is what you want, because no road to what you want is easy, but this road is way different than your dad being an engineer.
Yeah. Yep.
This is a different path. This is not somebody trying to be a lawyer or somebody trying to be a doctor. This is not that road. You know, it's like the road to hell, man. There's gonna be so many things thrown at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would just tell them, man, be prepared, because the devil is out there.
Yep.
In this game, and I mean from all angles, you're getting hit. Friends you're not gonna have, you thought you had, women you thought you could trust, people you thought you could trust. It's wicked, man, entertainment game. That's why you don't see too many DJs that are consistent. They're just like, it's rough to be consistent and make a living from it.
Yep.
It's rough. I mean, you know. Mm-hmm. Look at what you had to handle just for those couple months of me. Just where you're like, man, what's wrong with these people?
Bro.
Yeah, bro. And you're great.
Yeah.
I was like, well, if he can't pull it off.
Yeah.
Not that you couldn't pull it off. but it's different.
So the thing is
and you got a taste of that.
So for people that are listening in,
right?
I was managing.
Yeah, Sky was my booking agent for a couple of months.
For a couple of months, and the problem was I never realized how difficult and how time consuming it is, because I already had 2-3 of my own businesses I'm running.
Right.
And at the meantime, I'm talking to people, and it was like somebody wanted you, and then it's like you got to go back 20-30 times until they're ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And then half the time, some people there's half the time it was girls that were just wanted to party with you, that wanted to hang out with you.
That's why
I'm like, bro, I had like all these girls, all they wanted to do, they wanted to hang out.
Just have you at the party.
And the stuff they're asking, they're like, yeah, we want to book him, but will he hang out with us? Will he spend the night here? I'm like, what? I'm like,
bro,
that was honestly, I think that was the thing at the end. That was like,
oh my God,
I can't deal with this.
You're like,
shit.
No wonder my man's a nutbag. No wonder he's single.
Bro,
you know?
And when we used to party and like rage back in the day, we had our time back.
Right.
And
responsible, but look at you now, man. Yeah. You got businesses, you got a great family, your boy is raised right. And for you to raise your son in this time of era with these kids is very admirable, bro. Because whatever's going on today is going on, but congratulations on that.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, it's just being, you come from an old school family.
Yeah.
So, being in this game, in the DJ game, I know we're coming to an end, it's just that, man, you gotta be headstrong.
Yeah.
You cannot come in the music industry weak-minded.
Yeah.
You gotta, and for anything, but you gotta come in knowing this is gonna be rough.
Yep.
Real rough. So, don't quit your day job until you got it going on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I think the biggest problem with a lot of people in a lot of industries is they quit too soon too, right? So when they don't see the shine that they want, they quit.
Oh, the kids are always like that.
They think everything happens overnight.
Yeah,
right?
they do.
Because of Instagram and social media.
Yeah, they just think because you're stable in your hood. I didn't want to be just known in the 805. Yeah. I wanted to be a statue for hip hop. So when I made all these moves up, scratching with my foot and my nose and my elbows, I wanted to make a statement for hip hop.
Yeah.
And anybody in LA will tell you, man, this little red kid came in, he put his foot on the remember, the turntables are up here.
Yeah.
And I was scratching and doing my nose, and you know, I wanted to contribute something where people were gonna remember me. And that's how everybody remembers me. Oh, this dude used to scratch with his foot. You know, that's what I wanted to do. And you can't just go out there and play, man. You know, it's a culture.
From everyone
DJing's
else.
hip hop's a culture, you know, and DJing's an element. If you're cool just being in your hood and just being known here, great. But that's not what I wanted, bro. I love my hood.
You've done amazing stuff right here in the 805.
Yes.
You've done amazing stuff out in LA and everywhere else you've been.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just amazing the stamp that you put everywhere you went. And I appreciate you. I love you, brother.
All day.
You're an amazing human being.
I feel the same way about you, man.
You've always been so real to me since I was an 18-year-old.
Yeah, sometimes a little too much, but that's me, though.
But you was real, though.
That's how I am.
Look,
people I'm not rough. I'm just gonna tell you.
I was never mad anytime you were hard ass with me.
Yeah.
Right? But you
because
did that
it's love.
You always
bro,
did that
I wouldn't
love,
even talk to people I didn't care about. You know, I come and say, hey man, quit acting the fuck up.
Yeah.
Not to you, but I say, hey man, you're doing too much. Because my boys, it's not checking you. Yeah. It's just, I don't check you. And you know what? It might be checking you, but I wouldn't be checking you if I didn't love you.
Absolutely.
I was like, hey man, don't do that, bro. Because my boys, when I was acting up drinking, hey man, you doing too much.
Yep.
You're doing too much. Slow up.
I respect that. I love you for that.
You gotta have them friends, man.
Look, and I just want to say I'm honored to be your friend.
My brother.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You know, thanks for being here with me here on Sippin' With Sky. Love you, baby.
Full and drunk.
That's right.
No, I'm good.
Hey, and now we got some more pizza to finish.
Toppers, man.
We got to finish up our pizza, and we'll holla at y'all later, man. Cheers. No. Yo, that was one dope ass amazing day, right?
I need about 20,000 steps. Let me get that eye wash ready.
Yo, we had our 3 favorite pizza spots in the 805, right? How amazing was that?
Every one of them.
Every one of them.
Every one of them. So we got to find out what other people think. So leave us your top 3, but try the ones we went to first.
Yes.
Then give us your top 3 down below.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know. And if you look like this, that means you did all right.
That means you ate well. And we definitely ate well, brother.
Man, all right.
ate well,
20
drank
slices,
well.
I'm good. Went for a nap.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank
Great
you, my
time.
brother. Appreciate
Love
it.
you, bro.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
Woo! Thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in to Sippin' With Sky. Please don't forget to like, comment, share it with a friend, and subscribe. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at Sippin' With Sky. Cheers! We'll see you on the next one.